What's up, guys? I'm Mike with StoneCoatCountertops.com, and we're live on Hometalk. Thanks so much for having us. Thanks for watching, and we have a really cool project set aside just for you guys. And you guys have an amazing community, and we're super excited to be here. I want to introduce myself. I've been in the trades my entire life. I started as a little boy working side by side with my dad, and I'm an expert in countertops, floors, refinishing, basically anything. And in this video, we're going to show you how to turn MDF into natural stone. We've done some hard work on this project to prep, and we got it ready. We actually started with MDF, and we've painted this with Paint and Primer in One from Home Depot, and we put a rock face edge on this. All we did was use Bondo, and we're going to show you in 10 seconds how that worked out. We're going to show you on the TV right now. Go show them, Luke, how we did that project. You guys don't mess around. Kathy, Stacy, Cheryl, you're already tuning in. There's so many Hometalk fans. We're a little bit nervous. Let's get this going. So you saw on that, we started with that MDF. We did Bondo. We sanded that flush, and we have a really cool artistic looking chiseled edge. This product can go over your old laminate, your old tile, your old Formica, your solid surface, anything, as long as you follow the step-by-step process that we're going to teach you tonight. I want to introduce you to Mitch. Mitch is behind the wheel.
Hey guys.
He's going to answer all the questions right now with me, and Luke's behind the camera. You guys ask all the questions you need and let us know in the comments. We want to know where the Hometalk fans are tuning in from. Where are you guys at? Let us know in the comments below. What are we going to use today? Let me show you. We're going to use our Stone Coat Countertop Epoxy kit. It's a 1-to-1 ratio when we mix. We're going to mix for about 2 minutes using a drill. We use our drill with a paddle mixer. This is super easy to use. If you don't have a paddle mixer, a stick is just fine. You just want to make sure it's vigorously mixed. And we have insurance set into place. We use a notch trowel. What this notch trowel does, it's a 1/8 by 1/8 square notch, and it's going to give you the right amount of epoxy on the surface. It's also going to help remix that epoxy. And then finally, we chop the surface using a 2-inch cut-in chop brush. That's going to also mix it and remove any evidence of man-made lines from the trowel. And then the art starts, the fun, the functional art that makes this wood look like natural stone that we're going to show you tonight. As you can see behind me, you can make this look like anything. We can literally make natural stone out of wood, tile, concrete, and more. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix this up in a bucket. You only need 3 ounces per square foot. We do all of our additives and our color effects. And then the next day we come back and we just use the same product and do a clear coat. That protects it, it gives it depth, and it also ensures that your color additives aren't your finished wear surface. All right, so we're gonna get started. What questions do we have? We got anything that we can answer right now, Mitch, while I start getting ready?
We have tons of people letting us know where they're tuning in from. Thanks for that, guys. Canada, Pennsylvania, North Dakota, Colorado. That's awesome, guys. Keep those coming.
So I'm going to use my backer. This is just a Velcro Backer Pad. I really like these. They're handy. They're kind of squishy. They feel great to sand with so you don't nub your fingers and stuff like that. Great little hack. And I'm just going to sand with 220 grit. All I'm doing is getting rid of the high points, the nibs and nubs, the things that may be protrusions up. But epoxy is thick. Our epoxy is designed for the do-it-yourselfer in mind. What does that mean? It means it's zero VOC. There's not a noxious smell. It's also long open working times, so I don't need to be in a hurry when I'm doing this. Now don't worry, this is only going to be a short program. We're not going to bug your ear too long, but stay to the end. Why? Q&A! We're going to stay and answer all your questions.
That's
Mitch and I and Luke, we're going to answer anything that you have, so prep those questions and ask them right now because we're willing to do that too. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe to Hometalk. Mitch, how do they do that?
Come check it out right here. So on Hometalk Live, right down, you could subscribe to the channel here, shop some epoxy products right down here.
All right, subscribing does a lot. It makes you remember the next time Home Talk has a good live. And I've checked out those lives. They're super informative. And that's what I love about modern DIY technology is we literally have access as a community to help one another and turn our craft into something that really makes sense for our home. All right, now what I'm gonna do is put my gloves on. All right, we're live. We're punching perfectionism in the face. There's no editing. It's raw, and I hope you guys are enjoying it so far.
Your mom's watching.
Hey, Mom, what's up?
Hey, we have a great question from Texas. Can it work on old Formica laminate?
Yeah, it sure does. So laminate, that's a great question. Laminate's a non-porous surface. So you just need to scuff it with 60 grit sandpaper, apply our bonding primer, and then try this process just like what we're going to show you tonight. So that's a good question. It can go over anything that's non-porous as long as it's prepped correctly. And we have all those tutorials found on our website and in our treasure trove of DIY content on our YouTube channel. Good question. All right, I'm going to start with part B. The reason that I start mixing with part B is because it's a thinner viscosity, and part A wants to drop right into it anyhow, so that's why I start with part B. If you forget and start with part A, that's no problem either. All right, what's the next question, Mitch?
How long do you mix for?
2 minutes using a drill. You guys can time me and I'll probably be off a little bit. Any other questions?
Did you let them know small batches of epoxy can be mixed by hand?
Yeah, good point. So when you're mixing, you don't need a drill. If you're going to do small batches, you can use a paint stick, or if you're going to use a popsicle stick, it's a really good hack to use a razor knife and just cut that round off the popsicle stick. And if you're going to mix in a cup, then you can scrape the bottom and the sides of the bucket. That's what you really want to do when mixing epoxy, so you don't leave any unmixed material in the bucket. So we've already done part B. You've noticed that's on the table by itself. I'll set it right there so I don't grab part B again. I'm going to go over here and I'm going to grab part A. That's about as tough as it gets. Just don't mix part B twice.
Someone was asking if they have to pay to subscribe.
No. If we made you pay to subscribe, we'd be major jerks, right? You don't have to pay to subscribe. Everybody's welcome, and it's really amazing content. We've been on Home Talk and just absolutely love what they produce.
And another great question, can this be done on tile countertops?
Yeah, tile is a great substrate to go over because it's typically pretty sound and it's pretty stout. You got to prep tile though. Epoxy is not cheap, so you don't want to fill all those grout joints in with epoxy, so we use Level Quick. We'll prep it right. We have tutorials on how to prep your tile like a pro. If you go on our YouTube channel, it shows that, and we hope we're invited back to Home Talk. So if you want us back and we're done with this project, let us know in the comments, what other projects do you want to see us do? What can we refinish, or what color do you want to learn? So as you go over tile, Level Quick will level it all out, and then you're at this process. You just got to start with a level, sound surface. All right, I got the parts mixed.
Ellie has asked, how much of each part did you use? So the amount you want to use is 3 ounces of epoxy per square foot. So that's 1.5 ounces of A, 1.5 ounces of B, equaling 3 ounces mixed together.
Now, I may be guilty of mixing a little more than I needed because I'm live and I'm nervous and I don't want to mix too little and then have to mix more. But that's a great point. What do we do with our leftover epoxy? We store it in a cup. We'll build those up. I have a lathe. I turn them on the lathe. You can make cabinet knobs. You can make gear shift things. You can make handles for anything. You can make little vases, and you can make bowls. So really, it's fun to save your trash. A lot of people will take ice cube trays and they'll put them in like Halloween trays in October, and they'll do different Christmas ornaments with their leftover resin, and some folks use resin just for that purpose. So we always mix a little extra because I have molds ready to make something fun.
Let them know about heat and scratch resistance, Mike.
Yeah, so our epoxy is unique for many reasons. It's zero VOC, long working time. You have heat resistance. You can literally take a hot pan off a stove, set it on this epoxy, and it won't damage it. You also have really high UV resistance compared to any epoxy that you can get your hands on. We love how we get feedback from people who've used epoxies their entire career. They try Stone Coat and they go, I don't know what you did, but I love it. And we've helped people actually They start out doing a project and they'll do like their vanity or their kitchen, things of that nature, and they love it so much they start doing it for their friends and family, and before they know it, they're refinishing tables they found at the flea market and making side cash. So it's really a cool opportunity to use the right product. This is designed for countertops. It's designed for that daily abuse. It's a non-porous, doesn't harbor bacteria, and it's fun to work with. Most of all, it's easy to use. That 1-to-1 ratio is key. It's also key that do-it-yourselfers aren't in a hurry, because it's not going to heat up in the bucket like other epoxies will and diminish your working time. You have plenty of time to get it mixed and get it out on the surface. You'll see tonight I'm not in a hurry. We can answer all the questions we want while we're working with the products.
And Anna is asking, which I'll answer, you're not telling us what you are mixing. We're mixing in there is Stone Coat Countertop Epoxy. It's a
right
1-to-1 ratio, countertop grade epoxy, 1-to-1 by volume. Show it. Sweet. Humbler question.
Okay, was that 2 minutes? In my head it was. So I got clear epoxy in the bucket. I got 3 cups set out here. This is what I'm going to do is I'm going to designate each of these cups for a different color. You can see that I have black base tint, I have our white metallic powder, and I have silver glitter. I know that I'm going to use mainly black and white. Now this is a base tint, which you'll see that it reacts with the white metallic to give us natural reactions. And then the silver glitter mixed with clear will be a really cool depth engagement. So it will show us veins and clearness that sits with glitter that makes it look like embedded quartz veins and things of this nature. So this is a really easy technique, but it looks complex. And if you guys want, I could even up level it after I show you the basic strategy, and then we could go big with better veins and different techniques. You let us know as we go. Do you want to see more? And we're happy to stay and show you what we got. All right, let's do some clear in these cups.
Pam was asking, what surface is this? And I'll go over that. This is an MDF surface with 2 coats of paint and primer in one. Allow that to dry.
Yeah, MDF is called medium density fiberboard. It's right here. So MDF is made from wood and fibers. The reason we like it is because it's flat. When you router the edge to give you a custom edge, it's also the same all the way through. Unlike plywood, you may have some voids and things like that. It's also easy to apply RedGuard or a waterproof membrane for shower panels and sink areas and dishwasher steam transfer. All of that works well with this product, but it stays flat. You can go over anything, but when we build new countertops, we build them out of MDF. Good questions. These are great questions. All right, so I got my 3 cups filled with clear, and then I have a little bit of clear that I'm leaving in my mixing bucket, and that's okay too. So let's add a little bit of base tint, and you're going to see that a little goes a long way. You don't need a lot of this product, but it is very concentrated. It works well. So I'm just going to take my tongue depressor, and I'm just going to add a little bit. Now watch this. All right, I got my black mixed. Time to mix my white. I'm going to use my metallic powder here, and this is a very high potent, high concentrate metallic powder. This little bag can do up to 1 gallon of epoxy. So the more you put in, the more concentrated it is, which is fun for the artist because you can put a little bit in and leave it translucent with a luster effect, or you could put a lot in and make it opaque to hide and cover, but also give you depth and 3D metallic images. Basically, it's really deep and awesome just with one metallic color. If you see our videos on how we did a copper table, all we did was add our copper metallic, and it was a deep, rich table that had all this movement just with the one metallic because it plays with the light. All right, and then the final additive we're going to do, when you mix these metallics, you want to mix them vigorously. You don't want to leave chunks of powder. If you do, that's okay. Just chop it with your brush a little bit. But I'm going to show you what we do here. All right, I'm going to add a little bit of glitter in this. Again, the glitter goes a long way. The more you add, the more strong it's going to be. I'm just going to add a little bit, and I'll mix that up.
Sandra is asking, Mike, is there an odor to this product?
No, it's a zero VOC, so there's no solvents in it. That's nice because we can ship it to you, and the fact that it doesn't stink. It's not going to stink up your house. We are going to use some additives tonight that you can get at Home Depot, like spray paint. Spray paint will have a smell to it, but everybody's used spray paint. You know what to expect. But our epoxy is very low smell, if none. We get a lot of folks that use our product that are very sensitive to smell, and they're so grateful that they can still use it. Great questions. So, you know, typically what I'll do is I'll pour one color out over the whole piece. But I'm going to change that up a little bit tonight. I'm going to use my hands. We're going to pretend we don't have tools in our disposal. Now, another thing you want to keep in mind, tonight's the color coat. If you want to learn how to do a clear coat, that's on our channel, because this would need to set up, and we don't have that long. You're not going to stick with me all night. So tomorrow we'll do a clear coat, and we'll use that trowel, we'll chop it, we'll torch it, but we're going to show you the easiest method to create marble madness. All right, what we're going to do is we're just going to pour this out in stripes. I'm going to take this cup and run stripes right down this piece.
Yeah, we want to be sure that the audience can hear us clearly.
All right, can you guys, are they not hearing me okay?
Oh, we'd like to make sure.
Yeah. Can you guys hear me in the feed? Am I talking loud enough? And we've never gone live on Facebook like this before, so let me know. Can you hear the audio okay? And how's the visual? How's the technical operations happening back there? Give us your feedback. All right, I'm going to take the second color, and I'm going to go ahead and put some more stripes. At first, this is going to look like we're creating jail bars, but that's all right. We're going to make this look amazing.
We're getting good feedback on the audio.
I also want to tell you guys, go on Hometalk. You can find our epoxy. Mitch is going to show you what button to click. They've done such a cool job just helping us promote our business. We're an Oregon-based USA business, and we employ 30 people here in Oregon, and we love it. So if you want to see how to get our product, this is how, right on Hometalk.
So from Hometalk.com, our Hometalk Live, you can subscribe to the channel here and shop our epoxy products down here, this blue button right under the video.
All right, I'm going to finish putting this white on. And then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my glitter, okay? This is a fun process. This is like finger painting for grown-ups. All right. Oh, this is going to be so cool. So really, the sky's the limit. One of our favorite things to do is get feedback from our fans, and they'll send us pictures of something they want to match, and you can literally match anything. We haven't been stumped too bad yet. In fact, just the other night, somebody wanted us to match the surface of Jupiter. There's telescope photos that were just so in-depth, and I think we did a really cool job. Those are fun art projects. Artists, woodworkers, contractors, entrepreneurs. Everybody loves using Stone Coat Countertop epoxy to flip houses, to renew old hotels, to refinish a table that means something special to them. The products are designed for that purpose, to not break the bank. It literally costs about $5 a square foot for what we're doing tonight. All right, I'm gonna take my clear and just add some clear here. Oh yeah, and I'm going to just leave a little bit of clear for some spider veins later. Okay, time to get messy. This is why you need gloves. So all I'm going to do here is just take my hands and I'm going to rub it through the product. And this is just therapeutic for me. I never ever get tired of playing with epoxy. So you can notice I'm not really pushing it over the edges yet till I get everything covered. Once I get it covered, then I'll make sure my edges are handled. Oh, this is just beautiful. Just beautiful. All right, now that I have the whole surface covered, I'm gonna go ahead and rub these edges out. So you can see that rock face edge, once you rub that out, look at how that starts to look. And then I could actually, when I torch this over, it'll start to follow over the edge. Now here's a pro tip, guys. In between coats, I'll take a plastic bag and some spray paint and do some high and low points on those rock face edges, usually in like a metallic silver if it's this color, and it will give you that realism, that depth, and really mimic Mother Nature. You don't want to leave it just one color, but you'll notice tonight that these colors will come over for me quite a bit. So see this little trash sitting on my table? All I'm going to do is scoop that up and use that on the edges. Any more questions, Mitch?
Everyone is mesmerized and loving what you're doing here.
I mean, look at this. I haven't even moved it, and look at, that's just finger painting with your hands, and it looks like just a high-end piece of marble or slate, and I just really, really love this. All right, I'm going to come around to the front, and I'm just going to grab some of my trash here and just start working it in the front. Another thing that I can do is if I have anything left in the cups like this white, I can just scoop that out with my hand, just start rubbing those edges, and look at what that white does on that edge, because it's leaving some of that luster behind. Oh, that's really pretty. You know, what I love too about working with this product is it's functional art. You literally get such a pleasure out of turning something that may be worn or damaged back into use and get lots of life back out of it. This will last you for many years. Our epoxy is a very durable product, and it will last for years to come. All right, see these little dots here? This is created by surface tension. So I didn't quite cover this when I wiped it with my hand, so all I'm gonna do is just tap it. And what I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna look for any area that may look too man-made. So I like what this is doing. This is kind of creating a cool little natural deposit. But if you see right here, this is like a tadpole, okay? So I'm just gonna tap that out a little bit, and voila, it's gone. All right, so now what I'm gonna do is pop the bubbles. So bubbles are easy to pop when you have a long open working time. You don't wanna mix with a drill and entrain a bunch of air on an epoxy that's gonna fire off on you, because you're gonna trap that air and it's gonna stay cloudy and white. As you can see, this is really clearing up already, but a torch will get rid of those in a heartbeat. But let's say that you're a little bit nervous of a torch. I'm gonna show you another method as well. We use a propane torch. They're really easy to use, but some people don't have one. But let me show you the difference. So we'll do this half with a torch, and we'll do this half with a heat gun, okay? So a torch, we're just gonna light that up, and we're gonna pop these bubbles right here. Ready? Ready, Lou?
Yep.
And all I gotta do is just sweep that surface. I got a little booger in it right here, so I'm just gonna get this booger out.
T-minus 8 minutes.
All right. We've only been live for 8 minutes.
No, we've been live for 22 minutes.
Oh, we've been live for 22. We got 8 minutes left. We're going to hurry up, guys. Dang, now you made me nervous. We've already been together for 22 minutes. Time flies when you're having fun. So, do you guys want to see how we do a vein in this, or should I leave it alone? What do you think, Mitch? Should I keep working this, or should I put a vein in it?
I say you add a quick little vein down that bad boy. Show them really what we could do with this.
Look at the detail before I do that. Look at the cells that you can create. Look at the realism that you get. Is that picking up on camera?
Oh yeah,
Lou?
that's looking good.
We're getting tons of questions on what surfaces this could be applied to. This is MDF, but you can go over pretty much any existing countertop without tearing it out.
All right, what I'm gonna do is I torch that half. That's really, really flat. Now I'm gonna heat gun this half.
Yep, everyone's saying do a vein. And the tilt. There you go.
They want us to tilt it.
Lots of veins,
Lots of
yeah.
veins and tilt.
So the reason I'm not gonna tilt is because a lot of countertops in place can't be moved. Now, if you do wanna move it without tilting, you can use a heat gun for that. Let me show you how to move it. This is really a fun trick right here. So this will make everything look
Cool.
really, really natural when you start moving stuff like that.
Nice shot.
So you can see that kind of moves that around. I can really heat that up and get things to move for me.
Yes, it is food safe for sure.
Okay, we're gonna do a vein. You guys asked for it, you got it, and we prepped because we anticipated you might want a vein. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a vein with the Hometalk in mind. We're gonna use the Hometalk blue, and this was the blue that I really loved, was this Spa Blue. Spa Blue matched the Hometalk. What do you guys think? Does that look like the Hometalk color? Also, That tells us that we can match any decor. If you have a certain object in your kitchen that you're trying to match, you can match the colors using our additives, using spray paint, because our epoxy is compatible with Rust-Oleum spray paint. All right, I'm gonna use a paint stick. This is our tool of choice, really expensive, just one paint stick, that's all you need. So I'm gonna start with my blue, I'm gonna use a series of blues, and then I'm gonna use some black and white, and watch what happens with our vein. The first thing that I'm gonna do is just lay down a little bit of clear. This clear will give our color a chance to move. Okay, so I put that right there, right down the middle. And then if we were turning this into a vanity, you could cut your sink out right here, and that vein would go right through it. All right, let's put some of that blue on. I sprayed a little bit of that on a paint stick, and I'm just gonna drag it right through. Okay, I'm gonna get my next color. My next color is gonna be this seaside. I shake it up, and we like to use gloss spray paint. Gloss spray paint seems to move a little better for us. And I just go right over that same paint stick. You don't have to be perfect, and just move those colors together. Don't be afraid about moving them. All right, and I also want to tell you, I don't put them in squiggly. I go straight, and then I move it with air to make it look natural. If you go squiggly, it looks more man-made. That's a pro tip. All right, this is Lagoon. So that's our next blue. Hometalk Countertop right here. Any more questions, Mitch, that we can answer while we're doing a vein?
How long does it take to set? Angela Griffin is asking.
Tomorrow it's going to be ready for the clear coat, and then it will be ready for light use in 3 days, and then pretty heavy duty use in 7 days, and it'll be its full heat resistance in 30 days. That means you could set hot pans on it in 30 days after it's cured. It's really a durable product, but take care of it for those first 30 days and make sure that you treat it like a newborn baby. All right, let's do this. Put a little bit of cobalt blue in there. This is really one of my favorite colors. This will make all those blues. It's almost translucent to an effect. And this is looking really good with those black and white and silver glitter here. And then I'm just gonna add the two colors that I always add to every vein, white and black. It gives it depth and contrast to make it look more real. This looks a little bit pastel as a vein, so white and black will up level it.
Can you use this product for tumblers?
Tumblers, yes, yes. We're actually about to do a video on tumblers. I've been falling in love with tumbler videos, so we got a little mini rotisserie, and we'll be showing you how to use either our quick coat to make one super fast, or our normal product to do one that sets in a day. Do you have a question, Mitch?
No, we're good. I was coming to get a better look at that piece.
Oh, doesn't it look good, man?
It looks great.
Look at this. I just love it. Let me put a little bit more white in there. I'm gonna come from this side.
That looks cool.
And this is how fun it is to remodel your old surfaces. I don't think I've remodeled everything. I've done floors and bathrooms, and I've done roofing, I've done siding, I've done windows, and I've never had as much fun with any of them as refinishing with epoxy. Also, I want to remind everybody who's watching, thanks for staying this long. We're gonna stay for Q&A. Make sure that you subscribe to Hometalk so you get notified when they do these really cool tutorials. We have links, actually. Mitch, tell them about the link that you've created with the step-by-step on this.
Yeah, come check this out real quick. So down here at the bottom of Hometalk, Shop Epoxy Products. This will bring you right here to our awesome 2 products we have for you. Everything used today here.
StoneCoatCountertops.com.
All right, time to do the black. This is the last color in the vein, and that's just gonna give us some contrast here. All right, I'm gonna now just clean my paint stick, just like that, and I'm simply gonna move this vein a little bit more, and then I'm gonna blow this vein out a little bit to make it look natural. Are you guys liking this? Let us know in the comments. Are you guys liking this piece? Do you think it's something that will look beautiful in Hometalk's office? All right.
Mary asked, how are you going to clean, go ahead and work, how are you going to clean this workbench? So what we have is plastic down. 3mm plastic, the epoxy once dried, peels right off of that.
Yeah, that's a great question. Let's blow this vein out with the torch here.
And that's 430.
So you can see that our epoxy is not flammable. It's very safe to use. That looks cool, but I think I'm gonna move it just a little bit more with the heat gun to make it look slightly more natural. See, by blowing that out a little bit, it just gives it more of an organic shape. I didn't try to put that shape in with the paint stick. I'm letting my heat and air do the work for me. Boy, that's a cool vein.
Great color combo.
All right. Now, let's say, for instance, you could tilt your piece. Let's tilt it and show you what exactly you can do. So I'm just going to tilt this up and let gravity work for me. And look at what that vein does. And then I could bring it back this way. And that will just stack that vein and make it look even more realistic. I'm going to go through here and just look for any points that I missed. And guys, that's how you create vanities from wood. That's how you can refinish your project and make it look like natural stone. This is a really beautiful color. I'm really glad that I added that vein, and I'm really glad that you guys let me join you tonight on Home Talk. We're going to get started with our Q&A, and I just want to give a big shout out to all the Home Talk members because I am not leaving your community. This place is awesome. Thanks for having us. Mitch, what questions can we answer?
All right, Hayden's asking, do you have to use a heat gun or can you just let it dry?
You can let it dry, but you want to remove the bubbles. By moving and mixing that epoxy, you're going to entrain a little bit of air. It's going to want to rise to the surface. So naturally, a heat gun or a torch gets rid of those bubbles and lays out like a sheet of glass. Now, all that movement and all those additives, you can see how glassed out this already is, except for right there. And I'm just going to move that. And then tomorrow, when we do a clear coat, it's going to lay out just perfectly because we add no additives.
All right.
Good question.
Nice answer. Maria Wilkinson is asking, will it hurt pet birds?
That's a heck of a question. If your pet bird flew into it right now, yes. It would probably get stuck.
The fumes?
Yeah, the fumes, no. A lot of people use this in their homes while they're living in their home. But if you probably know more about your bird than I do, but I don't think so.
Well, when we were in Florida,
oh, good.
The monkey was on it the next day.
Yes, show yourself, Luke. They want to see you, man. Yes, so we went to Florida. There was a monkey there. This is Luke. He's one of our camera guys. Chris is back there behind the controls. Chris is rocking and rolling. We're working hard for you. But it didn't hurt the monkey. We had a monkey that we worked with, and that monkey was crazy. It was sailing the space between, and we did their yacht. We did boat countertops. This can go in RVs, airplanes, boats, anything that needs waterproof, lightweight. Those are great options for refinishing, and we did that, and the monkey was fine.
Hey, I got a good question, Mike. How long do you need to manage the bubbles?
Typically, we torch them 3 times. So I'll torch them, wait a few minutes, torch it again, wait a few minutes, torch it again, and walk away. After we do that, you want to make sure that your lights are dimmed in your house. You don't want the bugs following their reflection. Another thing to keep in mind is don't open those windows in the room that you're working with this after you're done, because you're going to get air movement, blowing dust and stuff across the surface. Let it sit, let it be. Don't come up and get impatient and touch it. Wait till the next day and you'll be glad you did. We have videos that teach you exactly how and when to remove the drips, but we usually wait about 4 hours and scrape those with a popsicle stick.
Does it self-level? And oh
Well, first question, does it self-level? Can I get a heck yeah? Check out how level it is right now.
Oh, there it was. And what's the product for the top coat?
Easy
one.
Yeah, easy quick. Mitch, what's the product for the top coat?
The same product, the same amount, 3 ounces of Stone Coat Countertop epoxy mixed up, trowel, chop, torch, top coat, protected, you're good to go.
1-to-1 ratio.
Yes, all good questions. Let's keep this going. Are you guys having fun? We're having a Chris, we're having a party, man. Let's bring the party going on, man.
How long does it take to dry?
Oh, party. How long does it take to dry? It takes about 8 hours before it's really kind of set up. And then after that, you're going to go ahead and be ready for your next pour in 24 hours. Just sand with 220 grit. Man, I'm having a party right now.
All right.
And then you pour it.
Can you use a blow dryer? Yes, you can, but beware, you might blow hair all over your piece.
Or lint, so be careful with the blow dryer. But this is the first coat, so if you do get yuckies in the first coat, punch perfectionism in the face and don't use it on your clear, because that's when you really want it to lay out. But this first coat lays out beautifully.
What about on wooden floors?
We don't like to do this on wooden floors unless they're prepped correctly. If you're a do-it-yourselfer and you have tons of experience, follow our tutorials on how to go over a subfloor with lath and then seal all those edges with a Bondo, and then you're going to go ahead and do your epoxy over that. We do have tutorials, and that's okay, Mitch, if we're over, because now we're into the Q&A.
That's right. Cool,
yes.
man. Yeah, we're good to go.
We're staying until these questions are answered.
Questions about glitter additives.
Yeah, we
can
actually
you do extras. How many can you put in one?
So we got glitter that we put in tonight. Look at what that glitter did. It put like mica deposits and things like that. It put just little reflections in this whole piece that look fantastic. You can add our glitters. We have a multiple plethora of glitters. You can also get glitter from the craft store, but beware, you want to keep in mind particle size. Our glitter is a holographic effect, and it's a very tight, small particle size, so it doesn't look like this is a craft project. It looks like natural stone. So be aware of particle size and visit our website. Give our additives a try. I think you'll be glad you did.
All right, customer here is asking where we are located.
Where are we, Mitch? We're located in Oregon. Great question. We're located in Oregon, and we've been here now for a number of years, and we love it here. And we really love our team, our family of employees. Our customer service is on right now answering your questions. They're typing away. We have amazing free project support. If you have any questions, you can visit our website. Our phone number is right on there. You can call us anytime, and we will walk you through step by step. We will hold your hand digitally through the phone and get your project to come out successful by working with you. That's what we're known for. Check out our Google reviews. You will see how many people love Stone Coat and how many people try it for the first time and can't believe they can get this result with their hands.
All right, and be sure, guys, don't forget, subscribe and share this video if you liked it. Help Hometalk grow. And see this little guy here? That's the bell. Ring that bell for Hometalk and you'll be notified every time they go live or post a premiere or new video.
Chris, we're going to wrap this up in a second. Let's get that party music going. I just want to give a big shout out to the Hometalk community. We had a blast doing this piece. We are now going to ask you to visit our website anytime at stonecoatcountertops.com. Call anytime for free project support. And until next time on Hometalk, you got this. We'll see you on the next video.